Welcome to Wrong Time Watch. My name is Kevin, and today we're looking at the Hamilton Khaki Aviation Pilot Pioneer Mechanical and the Hamilton American Classic Boulton Quartz watch. $845 for the Pilot and $745 for the Boulton. Both of these watches are in on loan from Saltzman's Watches, and if you use the code WTWT23, you can get 20% off of either of these watches or both of them if you'd like to buy them both. That code's good for anything that they sell online at Saltzman's Watches. I'll leave a link in the description below. So these two watches are, I would consider, more of the unique offerings from Hamilton. And I forgot to put the crown back in. So this is a mechanical hand winding watch. Actually, might have died on me. So 80 hours of power reserve. Of course, that depends on how much you wind the crown. So hand winding, push-pull crown. And then the Boulton is a quartz watch. From what I found, the battery life is anywhere from 22 to 34 months. I'm not sure what the actual rating is from Hamilton. That's based on the movement, which is the 980.163 quartz movement with 15 joules. And you can see it does have a sub dial here where the second hand is ticking away, 1 tick per second. This watch was featured in the Indiana Jones movie, the latest one, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Both watches do have mineral crystals. This one has AR coating. I'm not sure if the Boulton does. I'm going to say it doesn't, but I don't know for sure. Yeah, this one looks a little less reflective, I should say, on the dial here. They do both have light colored dials. This is a silver dial, and this one has a white dial. The Boulton has a, what I would call a double curved dial here, double curved crystal, sorry. Both do have mineral crystals, which I believe I already mentioned, but that's pretty cool having all that curvature on there. No loom on the Boulton, and the Pioneer Pilot does have loom. It's not the best loom, but it does work. Just has small loom pips there, and a small amount of loom on those hands. These are both small watches. This is a 36 millimeter watch. This is the diameter, and this one is 27 millimeter. So the full measurements, lug tip to lug tip, looking at 41.6, 27 millimeter wide, 8.2 thick, 18 millimeter lug width, and these calf leather straps that are patterned to look like, I'm not sure if this would be crocodile or alligator, but it's a cool looking strap. It tapers from 18 down to 16. And these are quick release. 4.4 millimeter crown. And then the watch weighs in at 30 grams. So very nice, lightweight quartz watch. 30 meter of water resistance. And I'm assuming this is a snap-on case back. So that makes sense for the water resistance. Okay, over to the Pioneer Pilot. So this has printed dials, again with those loomed indices. This has the H50 hand wind movement, hand wind mechanical movement, 80 hours of power reserve, 6 beats per second. Brushed 316L stainless steel. Boulton is 316L stainless steel as well, and then this is the PVD coated yellow coloring, yellow coating. It's not gold, not gold plated. So as I mentioned, this does have a push-pull crown, and it's no date, so one pull out, the second hand has stopped. 100 meters of water resistance. This has a nylon NATO type strap with leather reinforcement. Leather tip there. And on this watch, similar lug to lug, 42 millimeter, but the watch is a bit wider at 36, so 9 millimeter wider than the Boulton. 10.2 thick. That's just the case, back of the case to top of this domed mineral crystal, 18 millimeter lug width, and the strap, of course, does not taper. 5 millimeter crown, and this one weighs in at 57 grams. And this has a screwed in case back, not a screw down case back. There are screws on each of the 4 corners of this case back here. And it's not a display case back. So that should say, well, it is 100 meter water resistant. I think this, yeah, the sticker covers it up. But you can see right there, 10 ATM. All right, so let's, got pulled down a little bit too far here. Let's get both of these on wrist, and then we'll close out the video. I don't think we're going to look at the loom because the Boulton head does not have loom. So let's zoom out a bit here and get these both on wrist. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it, and it really helps me out with the channel. Now let's compare it to my SKX real quick so you get a size reference. This one doesn't look as small as what you would think. I think it's just due to all that dial there, and there's no bezel to it. The crystal is just pressed right into that case. So kind of a neat look. But the Boulton definitely does look smaller. It's got the long lugs, but the width is pretty narrow. But it doesn't look too small on wrist, so kind of interesting how that works out. And there it is compared to my SKX. You can really see a difference in the thickness here. Was this 8 millimeter, I believe? 8.2 thickness versus 13 of the SKX, 13.5. So big difference there, but also a big difference in the water resistance. So let's get this one on wrist. So I don't want to cinch it down too tight. But you can see the buckle is also PVD coated in the tang as well. Kind of a cool strap. I don't have any straps that look like this. So there you go on my 6.5 inch wrist with a 52 millimeter wristband. Kind of reminds me of a woman's watch, but you know, Harrison Ford did wear it in Indiana Jones, so. All right, let's move on to the Pilot. Quite the long name there for that other watch. Pilot, Pioneer, Aviation, however those words are arranged there. Kind of a cool watch. I really haven't seen much about either of these watches, so I wanted to check them out here on the channel. I really didn't wear them. The watches are on loan, but this strap doesn't really require any wear time to break in. So I'm still not quite sure what you're supposed to do with this flap here. A normal NATO, you would flip it back around and pull it through. So this is kind of like a NATO style strap. Do have metal keepers on this one. So there's a look at it on my wrist. I think it's a cool looking watch. Just has this cushion case. Alright, well, that will conclude this video. As always, thank you for your time and thank you for watching.